Have you ever wondered why money seems to slip through your fingers even though you work hard? You might be earning a decent salary, but at the end of the month, your balance is back to zero. Today, I'm revealing 11 habits that are quietly keeping you poor. And the last one is the most dangerous. Watch until the end to find out how to break free from this cycle. It's not because you don't earn enough. It's about invisible habits that seem normal because everyone does them. But these are exactly what keep you stuck. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments. What is your most important financial goal right now? Your engagement helps me make better content for you. Habit number 1. You pay yourself last. What does this look like? Your paycheck arrives and you immediately give money to everyone else. The landlord, the bank for your loan, the internet provider, subscriptions, and utilities. Then come nights out and shopping. Whatever is left over is supposedly for savings, but usually nothing is left. Wealthy people do the opposite. As soon as money arrives, a portion, at least 10%, goes straight to a separate account, automatically, before you even have a chance to see it or spend it. This isn't a matter of willpower. It's the architecture of your finances. Treat your savings as the most important bill that must be paid first. The second trap is buying things on sale. Buy 2, get the third free, or 40% off sneakers. You think you saved $40, but in reality, you just spent $60. The money you saved during a purchase cannot be put into a bank. You only save 100% when you don't buy anything at all. Sales create a false sense of urgency. They make you afraid of missing out. If you weren't planning to buy the item at full price before the sale started, then buying it at a discount isn't a win. It's just an extra expense. Marketers know exactly how to turn off your rational brain using a red price tag. The third habit is not tracking your expenses. Most people only have a vague idea of how much they spend on food or subscriptions. This is like flying a plane with your eyes closed. When you don't control the numbers start to control you. Being afraid to look at your bank statement is the first sign of a major problem. You can't hide from $200 spent on food delivery when it's written down in a spreadsheet. Tracking forces you to be honest. People avoid it because they don't want to feel discomfort. But that discomfort is exactly where growth happens. Try recording every little thing for a month. You'll be shocked at where your money is actually disappearing. The fourth habit is lifestyle creep. You get a promotion, and the first thing you do is upgrade your car, rent a nicer apartment, or start dining at expensive restaurants. You worked for it, you deserve it. But 6 months later, you realize your bank balance is exactly the same as it was before. Your expenses grow automatically alongside your income. What used to be a luxury becomes the new normal. The problem is that scaling back is psychologically very difficult. You become a hostage to your own lifestyle, forced to work harder just to maintain a facade instead of building actual wealth. The fifth habit is using credit cards as an extension of your salary. Many people view their credit limit as part of their budget. I bought this with the bank's money, and I'll pay it back from my paycheck. But this is an interest trap. When you use credit for daily items, you're spending money you don't have yet and overpaying for your future. Banks love minimum payments. This is the smallest amount you can pay to avoid a penalty. But it's also a way to keep you in debt for decades. By paying only the minimum, you barely reduce the actual debt. You just feed the bank with interest while your balance stays the same. The sixth habit. You keep waiting for the right time to start investing. You think, when I earn twice as much, then it'll start. But time is the most valuable resource in investing. Even $20 set aside today will turn into a significant amount in 20 years thanks to the magic of compound interest. Compound interest is when your money starts earning its own money. It's like a snowball that's hard to push at first but eventually rolls on its own. By waiting for the perfect moment, you lose the most valuable years of growth. You shouldn't start when you have a lot of money. You should start when you have time. The seventh habit is buying things that lose value. These are liabilities. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. For example, a brand new luxury car. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses 20% of its value. This is a luxury you can't afford unless it's being funded by your assets. Real wealth is built on assets, stocks, real estate, businesses. These are things that put money into your pocket while you sleep. Poor people buy liabilities to look rich. Rich people buy assets to become free. Before any purchase, ask yourself, will this make me wealthier or just look better? The eighth habit is emotional spending. Had a bad day at work? I deserve these new headphones. In a great mood? Let's order the most expensive dinner. We're using shopping as therapy, but the emotional satisfaction lasts 15 minutes while the financial hole in your budget stays for a month. How do you fight this? Use the 24-hour rule. If you want to buy something unplanned, wait one full day. If the desire is still just as strong after 24 hours, buy it. But in 80% of cases, you'll realize you don't actually need it. This simple filter saves thousands of dollars a year. The ninth habit is ignoring small expenses. It's only $5. Daily coffee, a service subscription you don't use, paid delivery. Separately, these amounts are tiny. But over a year, they add up to the cost of a nice vacation or a major investment. Small leaks sink big ships. Review your statements. Find all automatic charges. You'll be surprised how much money you lose on things that don't even bring you joy. Cancel what isn't important. It's better to automate your savings than your spending. Every dollar saved today is a worker for your future. The 10th habit is comparing yourself to others. You see new gadgets, trips, and expensive clothes on social media. This creates an illusion that you're falling behind. You buy things not because you need them, but to avoid looking worse than others. Remember, a luxury facade often hides massive debt. Social media is a highlight reel, not real life. When you spend money to impress people who don't even care about you, you lose twice. You lose capital, and you don't get real respect. True wealth is what is not seen: your investments, your savings, and your peace of mind. The 11th habit, and the most dangerous one. You don't invest in your own mind. You know how to work your job, but you don't know how money works. Most people spend 40 hours a week earning money, but can't spare 1 hour a week to learn how to manage it. Without financial education, you are easy prey for banks, tax offices, and marketers. When you understand how inflation works, how compound interest functions, and how to legally reduce taxes, you gain an unfair advantage. Knowledge is the only asset that can never be taken from you. The problem isn't in your wallet, it's in your mindset. A poor mindset focuses on spending. What can I buy with this? A rich mindset focuses on opportunity. How much can I earn with this? Until you change your internal settings, any amount of money you get will be spent based on old habits. Another trap is believing in magic pills or get-rich-quick schemes. Crypto, gambling, pyramids. You look for a shortcut because the traditional path seems too slow. But in 99% of cases, fast money ends in fast losses. Real wealth is built through boring, systemic, long-term effort. Look at your 5 closest friends. If they constantly complain about prices, spend every penny, and have no goals, you are likely the 6th. Your environment either pulls you up or holds you down. Find people who know more than you and learn from them, even if it feels uncomfortable. Stop blaming circumstances. You can blame the economy, the government, or your parents forever. Yes, starting conditions are different for everyone, but the responsibility for where you will be in 5 years lies only with you. Complaints don't add money to your account. Only actions do. Where to start? Right now, after this video, write down your 3 worst financial habits. Be honest. Maybe it's the daily coffee, maybe the credit limit, or maybe the fear of investing. Awareness is 50% of the battle. The other 50% is replacing these habits with constructive ones. We've covered the main traps. It might seem difficult, but you don't have to change everything in one day. Start small. Pick one habit and work on it for the next month. Next, we'll talk about how to create a system that works for you automatically, even while you sleep. To make habits work, they must be automatic. Don't rely on willpower. It runs out after a long workday. Set up your bank app so that on payday, a fixed amount automatically goes to a deposit or brokerage account. When the money is gone before you can think about spending it, you adapt. The first step of your system is a freedom fund. This is an emergency fund that covers 6 months of expenses. It's not just for a rainy day, it's for your peace of mind. It allows you to quit a toxic job or survive a crisis without debt. Without this fund, you are always at risk. If you have loans, create a plan to destroy them. List all debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. Direct every extra dollar toward the most expensive loan. This is the avalanche method. As you close each debt, you free up more resources for yourself instead of the banks. When you start investing, remember diversification. Don't put everything into one stock or one cryptocurrency. Spread the risk. Different assets behave differently at different times. A true investor builds a resilient portfolio that can withstand any market storm. The hardest part of wealth is waiting. We are used to instant gratification, but investing is a game played over decades. If you check charts constantly and panic at every 5% drop, you will lose. Give your money peace. Time will do the work that no level of intelligence can match. Learn to ask yourself, how can this purchase make me money? If you buy a camera, let it generate income from a blog. If you buy a car, let it assist your business. Your goal is to make sure most of your possessions work for you rather than just requiring maintenance and fees. The world changes, and your plan should be flexible. Once a quarter, do a financial audit. Check for new hidden rocks, or if your expenses have grown unnoticed. Being wealthy isn't a one-time event. It's constant hygiene for your finances. Be honest during these checks. Why do you want money? Without a clear answer, you'll give up quickly. Money isn't the goal. It's the fuel for your life. Whether it's travel, providing for parents, or building something great, keep your why in mind whenever you're tempted to buy something useless. You've learned about the habits keeping you poor, and now have the tools to change them. Now the ball is in your court. Knowledge without action is zero. I urge you, choose one habit today and start changing it. Tell me in the comments which habit you promise to eliminate first. Remember, the path to financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be mistakes and temptations, but if you stick to the system, the result is inevitable. Thanks for watching until the end. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one, where we cover specific investment tools. Your wealth starts with your decision.